All right, well, David just shared some great information about how Bennett makes money and how now I would like to invite Miss Lynette Mathis to the stage to share how we give some of that money away to those in need. Let's welcome Miss Mathis.
Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em why you work. Make 'em go.
Good morning. Hope y'all had a great time last night. I did. I know I did. I know Piper did too. Some of you, I noticed, looked a little bit comfortable in those clothes last night. So I think you're wearing those on the weekends. And John, first time I've ever seen you with hair. You look good. You look good. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of story. And this is a story that, I started looking around at the clothes last night, and I thought, it brings back a story about my brother David. I'm going to share with you a hidden talent that he has. Nobody probably knows this, and David, don't mean to embarrass you, but you have a wonderful hidden talent. I think I was maybe 11, Danny 12, David 13. David wanting to be the coolest kid in the trailer park. What he did, he takes his blue jeans and he splits them up the side. One of my favorite shirts, I'm still devastated today, and he sews that in the center so that he could get his bell bottoms. And I think that fashion stayed around just a little bit, but I know y'all didn't know that he was like this fashion icon. Any kind of fashion tips, just ask David. Well, I also wanted to say, before I got started on the Taylor Foundation, I just want to thank my marketing team for this weekend and everything that they've done. I could not imagine how wonderful this weekend could be without Chris and Roberto and William and Judy and everybody else in marketing that has just taken so much time to put this weekend together. And also the Symposium committee and everything they've done, and many other people that have just poured into months of preparing for this weekend. And it's just been, it's great to see everybody here. It's great to see it all come together, and I hope you guys are really enjoying it a lot. So I just want to give them a round of applause for everything they've done. So one of the my favorite things to do at Bennett is work on the Taylor Foundation. It's just amazing that God has just allowed us to be able to, as a family, to have this foundation and to be able to touch so many people's lives in the community. And it goes far beyond what you would ever think. We see grants that come in every day from people from all over the world, really, because we're getting a lot of people, international missions that sending us grants, and it's all based off of word of mouth, and some of it from our website, but most of the time it's from people knowing that we are just a company that has a huge giving heart, and it's not just our family, it radiates through this room, and we really appreciate you being a part of the Taylor Foundation by sending us these worthy and needy causes that we can be involved in. And I don't have time to share all of them with you, but you did see this morning the Marcy Taylor Women's Center at the hospital. That's and just to let you know, Mom contributes personally to that, not just the Taylor Foundation, but she personally funds that out of her own pocket, and we just are so proud that in our community, anytime someone from Bennett goes to that hospital and they say they work at Bennett and Marcy Taylor's their boss, then it's just nice to know that you got a boss that has that women's center there. And we've had lots of babies born there. I mean, not only our family, I think every grandchild in our family has been born there, but we get a lot of people from Bennett that say that their kids are born in that women's center, so it's wonderful to have that. This year, what we did, somebody running my PowerPoint here? Somebody in the back got it? Okay. We decided that we would kind of change around the Taylor Foundation mission. And so wanted to streamline. We had gotten to the point where there was like 12 different causes that we were connected to, and we decided that we've gotten so large in our footprint that we had to bring it back down. So we changed our mission statement, and this is what we have it at now. And so it's easier for people to really know what we give to. So I'll read it here. The Taylor Foundation focuses its givings on the importance of and committed to the Christian faith, the preservation of family values, veterans, logistics, industry, education, and the disadvantaged. So we cover a lot of different areas. Some of the milestones that I just want to mention on the next slide is we had a total of 59 grants that we gave out in 2018. We probably got in maybe 300, but some of them that didn't qualify, these are the ones that did. We gave out over $335,000. We contributed as a company to the Taylor Foundation since inception, which is, I think we're going on 8 years now, $3.5 million. So as you know, or if you're new here, what we do is at the end of every quarter, David gives us our results of our profit, and we take 10% of that money and we fund the Taylor Foundation. Our goal is to get it to a point to where it funds itself. And so we're really working on our first goal of having $5 million in there, and then it will fund itself, and then we'll use that money. 10% of that money is what our goal is to give out every year. So the grants that we've awarded since inception is $1.4 million. So we were so happy that we were able to give out over $1 million. I can go in front of any group, organization that calls me in to speak and tell them I'm so proud that we've given out over $1 million out of that foundation. And you should be too. The next thing is usually when you're here, we have those dollars that are on the table and you fill that out and give that to us. Well, sometimes we don't know if we get all those collected or not. So we tried something different, and I liked how we did it. So when you registered, you got to go ahead and say what you wanted to use your $45 for. And just a little background on that. Every year for the year that we're in business, this year it's 45, we let you decide which organization you want to give money out of the Taylor Foundation. So on the next slide, then you'll see this is the results from everybody registering. So you could see 65 people wanted to give to faith-based organizations. So we'll pick the one that we'll give it to out of there, and then when we send that money to them, then we list your name as a person that wanted us to personally donate to that organization. And you could see the others there. We ended up with $15,975 that will be given out after the symposium. We'll go back as a committee and we'll pick those organizations. As a Bennett family, we also have what we call Bennett Charities. And so that's a really fun group that we have at the home office that gets together. We do fundraisers, and then with that money, we can help a lot of different people just inside our Bennett organization. And so this year, we had employees that gave money of $8,687, either out of their payroll, or we had agents that have money taken out of your settlement, your commissions every week, and you make donations to us. And then we had our driver base that broke their all-time record, which is awesome. Our drivers donated over $16,000 to our foundation. And that's thanks to Deborah and Jacqueline and the settlements group that get behind that program. And they will push, they'll talk to the drivers and ask them, would you like to donate? And then we take that money and give it out to Truckin' for Tots and several other organizations during Christmas. So some of the things that we gave to through our Bennett Charities is we did a holiday food drive, which we gave food out to 10 different families. We also worked with Connecting Henry, where we did wrapping paper. We did 400 stocking stuffers for families. We have the angel tree that we adopted 15 angel kids this year. We helped local churches. We bought bikes for over 300 kids. We did 1,100 backpacks for students. We also contribute to Community Bible Fellowship Program. John and his church put together a big Christmas program for kids every year. Very successful, a lot of fun. We do the NDTA Truckin' for Tots, and then of course you saw the Reefs Across America, which was huge for us this year. So we really, really enjoy being involved in that. And then lastly, we did set up a way that people can just communicate with the Taylor Foundation direct, which is grants@thetaylorfoundation.org. So anytime you want to send the application or fill out the application to get a grant submitted to us, and that's what you would use now. Also, I just wanted to mention that typically you would see Camp Bennett here. William and Cindy couldn't make it this weekend because they said that the state of Florida gave them a lot of foster kids this week that they asked them could they take on at camp, and so they chose that over us, and I said that's perfectly fine with us. We would rather you take care of those kids. But this past year when Camp Bennett had the group from Bennett that went down there, David Cooley and his group out of Longview sent a busload of kids, and I think we had over 150 kids that we paid for to go to camp, and I think there was about 75 of them that got saved and baptized. So that is awesome right there.